Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Critical Review. I'm your host, Kenneth Catagat. With me today is the lovely Aurora Jane.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. It's been a pretty good week.
Good. How did we feel about episode 90, what I'm calling Discord?
I enjoyed getting back to a lot of the fun banter of random shopping trips and weird antics. And
Travis was very happy about that.
well, he actually looked like he enjoyed it, you know.
Well, he had stuff to do this time. It wasn't just him sitting around while everybody was picking out shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think he had to go shopping, so, you know, with the girls.
That's true. When he gets to shop, that's when he has fun. Because he loves pissing off Laura.
Well, then she wasn't with him, which made it even better.
Yeah, which is worse, because now she gets to sit there and go, "You motherfucker!" But yeah, it was good. Overall, I would say it was a fun, casual episode. Nothing major seemed to really happen other than Keela's coronation. That was actually really cool.
Loves the blossoms.
Yeah. But yeah, so we start off with them waking up in Grayskull Keep to a fresh breakfast that they haven't had in a while.
With no plates.
No plates.
Which everybody seemed to be okay with.
I forget the redheaded guard's name, but she seemed really cool.
I want to call her Shane, but I don't think that's Shane. Shane's a...
I thought, was Shane the spy? The one that went missing?
No, the one that they sent off to Mount... wherever the Briarwoods were from. I forget the name.
Wildmount?
Wildmount, yeah. Who is never to be heard from again.
We think.
Well, there's nobody... Okay, that's true. He's in the
He's
Fae.
either dead or he's in...
Fae. That was what was established.
He's in another plane. He'll show up. I love that they instantly thought it was one of the corpses they fought.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, did we kill him? Or re-kill him? But yeah, it was fun. They had a lot of fun. I love them disguising Dodie. I love Terry's concept of money. He plays the rich guy who has no idea what's overvalued and what's undervalued.
200?
200 more? 2,000? But yeah, no, I can't wait to see the fan art for Dodie's disguise because it's going to be nightmare-inducing.
That's a man.
I liked that we had 3 separate missions, basically. Everybody kind of scattered, and we had it was kind of like a little mini-sodes.
I liked when Terry took his helmet off and shook out his big blonde locks.
Yeah, a lot of people like to draw him in the, Spanish bowler, not bowler, but, like that cap, or the rim cap thing.
Oh, yeah, I don't see that.
And it's not, it's a helm. It literally has, the nose guard and stuff.
I still always picture Gilderoy Lockhart.
Well, yeah, but Gilderoy doesn't wear a helmet.
No, but, he might have on his adventures.
Yeah, no, it's like, I would say a Crusader's helmet. It's the straight on with the nose guard.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing as traditional, armor,
coned.
but gold.
Yeah, with jewels all over it that all have their own spells. So let's talk about Vex and Vex's mission. They go to... What was that place called?
It was the temple.
Yeah. Name escapes me.
Bahamut. The Platinum Dragon, right? Wasn't it his temple? Where Kima originally served?
It has a name.
Oh.
'Cause it's where they took the horn of Orcus.
Right.
Not sure how I feel about the guy who's interested in the book.
Well, I think they were in similar thought process, which is why...
Yeah, everybody seems to want this fucking book.
That whole part was confusing.
That terrified me when every time, because even on Percy and Keyless mission, there was just kind of do not show them the book.
Yeah.
It's okay, knowledge is clearly an obsession. I thought they were going to have to maybe fight their way out if they saw that book.
Well, he was even talking about, it has to be researched so that we know basically what we're doing. It's kind of and then I hated the condescension, which I understand, but, well, if she could resist it, then I'm sure our clerics will have no problem with it.
Well, they do have pretty low wisdom.
I know, but still, you don't have to be a jackass about it.
Smart people are usually bad at interpersonal skills. Let's put it that way. But no, it was interesting. I liked that they learned about how hell's structured. That basically it's not just like the fire plane where it's all. Well, I guess the fire plane's even kind of structured, but it's more organized than you would think. It's not just fire and brimstone. It's kind of like Supernaturals, where it's kind of like guys in business suits type thing, making deals and.
Well, that was kind of my thought process, anyways. I mean, there's a reason it's called the Nine Hells. Like, I mean, even in Dante's Inferno, he talks about all the different levels of hell. So
played it. It's a great game.
I was thinking more of the book, but yeah, I mean, it's the structured level. There's a reason they call it the Nine Hells. It's not because it's like, well, here's your hell and this section, this section, this section. It's like rings, essentially.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that's partially even talked about, I want to say in Hercules. I could be mistaken, but getting into different areas and what each level is like. So
I just thought it was cool. Yeah, I'm really curious what's going to happen if someone finds out about the Book of Orcus though before they decide where it's going.
That's my biggest question: is where?
Oh wait, no, sorry, they totally gave it to the Temple of the Raven Queen, didn't they? When they went to Raven's Crest.
I think I might have blocked that part out. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I feel like when Percy and Vex went off to the temple, he handed the book over to them because I think that's where they finally decided it needed to go.
Which would make sense because if the Raven Queen's biggest enemy is Orcus, then they would be the ones most likely to keep it hidden and keep it protected.
Yeah. Because
they would not want any type of Orcus champion coming about. Which I did think it was interesting when they were at what I'm going to call the Temple of Bahamut, when they talked about the other, like the evil champions, essentially. You always think of a champion as somebody great and somebody good, Vax being the champion of the Raven Queen, but there are also evil champions, we come to find out, which I thought was really interesting too. So I kind of want to see one.
Or even probably not even just Dark Paladins. A Paladin of Orcus would probably be a bad champion.
Yeah, because I mean, that's the thing. You make deals with gods. We know not all gods are good gods. They're not all benevolent, but never really think of a champion as a bad thing. So it's interesting to have that mindset. Like, you think of them as cultists and stuff.
Yeah. So on to Percy and Keyleth's mission to the Cobalt Reserve. Percy runs into another abyssal roadblock.
Oh, not to mention he had to ask for a magnifying glass because Grog still has his glasses.
Well, he had to get a loaner pair of glasses, yeah. That was funny.
Which that was the other thing I also liked, was that they didn't couple pair off when they went. The twins went together, and Keyleth and Percy were able to have, their friendship and go off together.
Classic pair-offs, like, friends and brothers, and because the twins never separate.
Wow.
So it was just kind of like everybody went with who they usually go with, and left Grog with Terry, who would normally have been Scanlan or Pike.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know, it was just kind of nice to see them paired off that way again. Like, I kind of missed that.
Yeah. Well, I like when they split the party. I don't think in like these type of campaigns, I don't think there's that dreaded fear of splitting the party.
Well, especially when they're not going on like missions. It's not like they were going to recover something or to kill something. Grog and Terry were going shopping. Percy and Keyleth were going to the library. Vax and Vex were going to the temple. Like,
I was like, it's usually when like Vax looks for trouble that you shouldn't split the party.
Jenga.
But yeah, we find out more about the Nine Hells. We figure out where Hotus probably is.
They said level 4?
The city of
That's
Dis.
where all the dealings and stuff goes on. Yeah.
Which, plenty of Dis puns are going to come. I think Travis already used his limit with we built this city on rock and roll type thing.
Oh, I love that. Jefferson Starship reference.
Yeah. I think Percy was like, alright, you're done. Or Taliesin, sorry. And then the best mission, of course, was Terry and Grog with Doty. Getting all the weird looks, having to get past guards, and
the lepers.
Our famous little potion salesman who is terrified of these people, but yet seems to keep dealing with them.
The dragon lady.
The dragon lady is. Travis is Grog's getting adept at lying. He keeps going for it now.
Well, once you've got a taste of it, as he tells Terry, it's pretty powerful.
I love the leper's excuse.
He doesn't talk, and he doesn't talk much.
And I was bummed Terry found a way to get rid of the egg.
Oh, yeah.
I was so bummed.
Even you can tell Travis is sitting there like, man, really?
Yeah. I gave that to you, you know?
It's a special gift.
But it worked out. It ended up kind of getting a screw over on the guy that screwed Grog over.
Yeah.
So I guess it kind of worked out, but I was so looking forward to Terry eating that egg.
It would have been very amusing. And Dodie, of course, memorializing it.
I was kind of curious where the guards came from. Like, just that he had 2 guards all of a sudden. I was like, oh, wow.
I figured those were the ones that had been following them originally.
Oh.
That was my thought process. Because they acknowledged that they were following
Yeah.
them.
I thought I thought that was going to be an encounter, basically.
Oh.
And Dodie had them knocked out already. I was like, oh, okay.
And then
And Grog breaks their jaw.
It's because they drank too much.
Yep. The cover-up was great. Just go! Get out of here! You guys are banned for life. And then, of course, we get to actual dress shopping, which Travis was happy to miss.
Yes.
Did they actually get their dresses? Like, did they even need them, really?
I think they established they were picking them up the next day. Yeah. Which, now that I come to think of it, I don't know that they ended up there the next day, because didn't they eventually just tree poured out?
I don't know. All the travel I somehow missed. Like, I don't remember how they got to Vasselheim or how they got to the Arashari.
I was like, I feel like it was like right after they went to the pub, then all of a sudden they went to the Ashari.
Yeah. I blanked on a lot. The 3-way calling was pretty funny.
Your mental images are working. That was entertaining.
That was so great. Yeah, all the lying Grog did on getting back. You killed a man! You know?
You're fucking with us, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
You dick!
Oh, it was kind of funny.
It was funny.
And then poor Percy, everybody's stealing his booze. He especially made that for him and Vex, and everybody's getting in on it now.
That's what happens when you got the good shit in friends.
Right? Terry's song. That was awesome.
It was so cool.
I want that as a ringtone. That was so well made. I'm curious, has he been writing that the whole episode, or was that on the break, or...
That's a good question. I feel like he had to have been doing it during the episode, because it was only at the beginning when Grog was like, oh yeah, each member has to come up with their own song about what Vox Machina means to them. Yeah.
It was so good. Oh my god. I think by far it's his best song.
Yeah.
Or at least his most complete, at least. So they return to the Arashari. Keyleth becomes the voice of the Tempest.
Her dad's interaction with Vax.
Yeah. That was great. I like when Vax has those like bad moments and gets the pat on the head.
He was like, he feels it's awkward too, but... And so it's like, I wonder, how much the dad knows about Vax and Keyleth.
They've already visited before. She introduced them as, like, her boyfriend, didn't he? She?
When they came to help with
for the war. Yeah.
I don't remember. I feel like if we stay there long enough, there's going to be a conversation between Vax and Keyleth's dad.
I literally thought he was going to ask for approval.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like, because they're still there, but I know we were all, like, that was a natural ending for the episode.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if they stay there a little bit longer, if there's a little private chat between Vax and Keyleth's dad. I feel like...
Well, it's like, watch everyone's reaction when he asks for that. And they're like, oh, is it going down?
Yep.
I was like, Keyleth's speech, probably one of her best interactions with people.
I loved it when she told her, that she got her leadership
Oh, the feet, yeah.
The feet, yeah.
It's inspiring leader feet, yeah.
And what is it? Charisma is the modifier, and she's like,
Nope.
I can give you a rousing speech that's not gonna do anything.
Well, it's just gonna be the level bonus.
Yeah.
So what 17? It's still not bad.
Yeah, the temporary hit points and
Mhm.
stuff. So can always come in handy.
Yeah, I know, she was just so shocked. Inspiring what? What's that? Now she has to give a speech every time she wants to use it.
Which is just funny too, because Terry saying, "Oh, she's the leader, the girl with antlers," and now she's got the leadership feat, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like she's one of the least leadershipy of the group. I don't.
That's
know.
her weakness, I guess. That was her character weakness.
Which is
what's funny because she's supposed to be the leader.
Yeah. So it's like I always find that interesting too. I'm just like, I don't see her as a leader. Like,
You're not supposed to. She's supposed to be a leader who can't lead.
Achievement.
Everyone believes in her, but she can't. She doesn't have confidence in herself yet. Yeah. I think even with the completion of the Armente, she's still nervous about it. Like,
yeah. Well, and I think it's that also came through in her saying of, I can do this as long as Vox Machina is by my side, which I get in probably the major aspect was just supposed to be the trust in her friends. But I also think it comes back to play into she still doesn't feel as she's capable of much without them. Which I guess is overall, it's kind of been the theme of the group that even Grog eventually comes to notate when he's talking to, is it Kern? Was the guy from the battle?
Kern's
Earthbreaker.
Earthbreaker Groon.
Groon, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Kern was the half-orc he fought in the pit.
Yeah, okay, so Groon, when he talks to him, he says that his strength comes from his friends. Mm-hmm. Her leadership or strength, therefore, comes from her friends.
Yeah.
Which, for Grog, I feel like was a great thing, but for her to lead her people, I wonder how good of a thing it is. Like, it's great as a person to realize that your strength comes from those around you, but for her who's supposed to lead, who I don't think in the long run, say IRL, if all of this was very true, when she would finally go on to lead the Ashari, I don't foresee Vox Machina being there with her the whole time. Maybe Vax, but not the whole party.
A good leader has good counsel. So I think saying that, she knows that even when she is going to be without him, to have people whose opinions she can trust.
Yeah, I get to understand that too.
So,
but I also wonder how long it's going to take her to earn trust other people who aren't Vox Machina.
Well, it's her people. I don't think she's that jaded. We'll see. Future episodes. Anyway, any negatives that jumped out at you this episode?
Not really. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, I really enjoyed the banter. I liked that we had a fun episode without combat that was entertaining.
Okay.
I've missed having some of those because I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm a little burnt out on combat because a lot of it either seems to go too easy or to the point of somebody's dying, we're having another resurrection spell. Kind of gotten a little burnt out on that aspect of it. Which, I mean, maybe it's not as frequent as I feel in my head. It's just happened so recently that it feels like it is, but...
I would say a few more casual fights would be nice, like the Groon stuff or Kern or...
Yeah, those were entertaining.
Not these big, life-threatening battles. Which, granted, we're going to the Nine Hells. I would love to see it be more of a business transaction type thing before they find Otis. But...
Well, I feel like it's either a demolished combat or it's straight into combat. I think that the combat situations I've enjoyed were like the banquet, the first meeting with the Briarwoods.
Yeah. Where
Vex was off on his own and then he encountered them and then the fight happened, but so Vax was right there and then a couple of them came, but a couple of them were trying to get there and there seemed to be more elements to it as opposed to Percy's doing this, and Vex is doing this, and Vax is doing that, and Grog's doing this. Okay, now it's their turn. Like,
Yeah.
there's more elements to it that made it more interesting, in my opinion.
Yeah. Escalating the battle is always nice.
Which
Not
their last
just-
encounter with Hodis was kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Because it started with, Vax taking a walk with Gilmore. And
Yeah.
then everybody else was asleep, and it took a certain amount of time for them to get there and who they were fighting with because the ninjas were there and that kind of thing. And
Basically add more RP to it, I guess.
yeah.
Give it some more flavor text.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything we want to see next? Majorly?
I'd like to see Ashley come back a little bit. I'm still hoping for that Scanlan Terry meet. I feel like there's more going on there than just a passing comment of, oh, this bard and my father's handmaiden. That's like, I still feel like there's more there, and I love to discuss it. The other part I really thought was funny was when they were talking about the guy they'd sent off to Wildmount and how he died, and Terry was like, what was his mother's name? And that stuff. I was like, oh god, here we go again.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to see next. I definitely want to see him off to the Nine Hells with Ashley. But yeah, other than that, I want to learn more about the Orcus stuff.
I was going to say, I kind of wish they were still back in Vasselheim, because I'd like to see at least a meeting, maybe not an entire episode, although, if they're there, it's going to be an entire episode with Zara and Cash.
I would like to see them
We haven't seen
split
them
up
since
the party again.
a Slayer's Take kind of situation?
Maybe, but keep it down to 4 players, so it's a little more dire, I guess, when combat comes up.
Yeah.
Or at least more streamlined. I think when you get to the big fights where we have 30 people taking in a round, it slogs and it doesn't play well. It just feels slow.
It's like we also haven't seen Zara and Cash since they split up to fight the fire giants, and then the Vox Machina was able to basically continue on because they...
I would say I wouldn't mind, this Keyleth Aramente part feels like a good stopping point to go do some side character stuff, go back to the war and see what Zara and them were doing, and bring back Garthok and all of them, and see what happened during the war while they were fighting Thordak.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great 2-3 week break, mini-sode thing or filler.
See other points and kind of what else was going on.
Or even, I would love a Scanlan Kaylee little spin-off. Maybe have somebody play Kaylee instead of Matt. But yeah, I think that would be cool. See what they're up to for an episode.
Show meeting calamari.
Right. Give everybody a quick break or something. Let them have a week off or so.
It's that's the other thing I kind of miss that doesn't really happen anymore since Snuggle Lord's been gone is...
I would say another Critical Trolls would be nice.
Yeah. I enjoyed those. I mean, I know there was one night that we sat and watched it. It was hilarious. It was one laugh after another. So I kind of miss that stuff too.
I like the Gods Have Gone Crazy idea. Have basically everybody popcorning DM.
Oh yeah, I think that would be entertaining too.
I think that'd be a fun Critical Trolls. See what everybody's DMs have. Or even bring back Liam's quest. I want to know where that's going with the real world stuff. That was really cool. But yeah, anyway. I think that'll do it for this week's episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment below what you thought of this week's episode and what you liked, what you're looking forward to. And we will see you guys next episode. I've been Kenneth Cattegat. This is Aurora Jane. Roll on.